Welcome back, everybody, to the RXFL. This is week 17, and this is the final week of the regular season before we hit the playoffs. Chicago and Tampa Bay still battling here to win their respective divisions. Tampa Bay and the National South is still up for grabs between Tampa and Atlanta. Chicago, Mexico City, and St. Louis are fighting for the National North, all in this final week 17 matchup. Glad to have you guys back here with TV Sports 27, whether you're watching us live on Twitch or you're watching the replay here on YouTube. We appreciate you being with us wherever you are joining us here. Glad to have you aboard. Joe Theismann and company had a pretty solid first half here. As always, if you're watching in, we ask you guys on Twitch to follow along with us so you don't miss any of the live streaming action. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit the thumbs up so you can join us and be back with us anytime. And check us out at patreon.com/tvsports27. That's where we make our real dough. That's where we can keep the channel going. We get better equipment. We can get new games. AEW Fight Forever. We're still looking for 10 new Patreon signups. And we'll bring AEW Fight Forever to the channel. So if you're able to, check us out, patreon.com/tvsports27. We appreciate the support. Todd Gurley is having some really good rushing in times. He's already got up to 15 yards rushing. So they know they're going to get Barry Sanders back in the postseason. But what a 1-2 punch Gurley and Sanders is going to be, and that should just be enough here for the first down. Big thank you, Patreon shout outs here off the top: Justin Russell, Jonathan Harrigan, K Duckman, and Mr. Maple. Thank you so much for being Patreon subscribers at the very highest level and for helping support the channel and keeping this channel alive. Your support keeps this channel going, without a doubt.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Okay, my neighbors are banging around upstairs right now. Lovely, lovely sound.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
They are, they're going to play fake it this time. And Theismann just gets rid of it. So they kind of stopped their own momentum trying to get a passing play to give Todd Gurley a little bit of a rest there.
Because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
There's the give to Gurley, and he gets sandwiched into the ground there.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now play number 7 of this drive.
3rd and 9. So Tampa Bay holding up. Theismann has John Stallworth, and he's got the first down. Wow.
But he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a backbreaker for Tampa Bay, because after the play action fake, that they would have been a good spot to get the stop right here. And Chicago going heavy I formation. The give to Gurley. Touchdown. Chicago Wolverines. Another Naruto run for Todd Gurley. And he is just racking up the touchdowns. Remember when we had Chicago last week against Orlando? Todd Gurley ran for a bunch of touchdowns. He's got 3 of them here today. And for Tampa Bay, they're not only going to get us an extra streaming game here if this keeps up. We would bring you Atlanta and Salt Lake City. But my goodness, Tampa Bay would be a collapse just like Sacramento. It would be a collapse of epic proportions if this one holds up the way it does between Tampa Bay and Chicago, because they will have, had a division. You can go back and watch the archived episodes. They will have had a division wrapped up that nobody was even close to them, between Orlando and Memphis, and just running away with this division, nobody even close. And then the Dirty Bird just climbing back. Tom Brady. And then just the collapse of this Tampa Bay Mutiny team is kind of unreal.
And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 11. Young could not find anybody, and he's sacked by Warren Sapp. He's coming back, so we got Sapp and we got work done coming back into a stadium where they were famous. Famous Buccaneers right now playing on this Chicago squad. So 3rd and 14. And it's dropped by Moses. And Steve Young is just 5 of 13 with 2 interceptions. And you got to wonder, because in backup, you got Ben Roethlisberger. And you don't want to pull who's been your guy all year. But with the season on the line, if things don't shape up right now for Steve Young, you have to consider, and look at that return back for Steve Young, for Steve Smith rather. You have to consider maybe looking at trying to get a spark, at least knowing that the playoffs are on the line, knowing your division is on the line. This is starting to become an epic collapse right now for the Tampa Bay Mutiny, and some people might say with the creamsicle uniforms, it's almost fitting as Joe Theismann will take off and pick up a couple. Miles Jack was in on the stop right there. Sean Payton and his Chicago Wolverines. Gurley hit by Reggie White, the minister of defense right there. Reggie White, so 3rd and 10, and this would be a big stop for the Mutiny. They would still be in field goal range, though, for Mason Crosby. And, oh my God, what happened there? That camera, I've never seen the camera go crazy like that. I couldn't see anything, and Miles Jack gets the sack, so that might have just knocked him out of field goal range. Oh my goodness. The play fake, and nobody picks up Miles Jack. 75, I don't know what he's doing out there. That was probably the guy that needed to block right there. 75 needed to block Miles Jack, and as soon as Theismann turned around, he got hit. So let's see. How long of a field goal would this be? It would be... They don't even give you the option, huh? All right, it's just punted away. That was a big stop for Tampa Bay. So John Ryan comes on for the punt. A huge stop for the Mutiny. And this one should bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So Steve Young, Ben Roethlisberger maybe warming up a little bit on the sideline, but Steve Young has not had the best day. Can he get the monkey off his back and get into the postseason here with the creamsicle? That was something he's never done in his career. He has worn the creamsicle before, and he did not take them to a postseason. He could get the monkey off his back and lead the Tampa Bay Mutiny in creamsicle orange to the postseason. Delayed handoff. Warren Sapp was right there, but he got blocked, and Hugh McElhenney with the first down. Of course, McElhenney spent a couple of years in the Revolution League and being in the backfield for the Salt Lake City Fury before they would add Marcus Allen in Season 5. Steve Young gets speared. Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas comes in and lays out Steve Young.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble.
And he tried to get rid of it, but, you get sucked into those animations. You're out of luck.
He comes at the quarterback. He'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Young sacked again. The Goose. Tony Saragusa.
Last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie.
I think you got to start thinking about Ben Roethlisberger at some point. I know Young's been the guy all year, but it's starting to go the wrong way right now. Steve Young going for Michael Westbrook, and it's going to be tipped and intercepted. That's number 3. And I have a feeling that I think Big Ben's got to come in now. with the season on the line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown.
Yeah, it's been a rough performance for one Steve Young.
Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts.
Chicago puts the Mutiny in a world of hurt with a touchdown on this drive. But this Mutiny defense continues to play tough. Miles Jack gets back there again. He's got a few words for Todd Gurley.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Theismann from the gun. Quick pass, open. No, Steve Smith can't hang on to it. So Miles Jack again. Miles Jack, guys, has been a one-man wrecking crew on defense.
Zone defense is the windows that you see open. They shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone?
Theismann.
Incomplete.
No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle.
Derwin James gets in there, breaks up the pass on Steve Jordan, and the Wolverines go 3 and out.
He had just 1 target in the first.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after this punt, we're going to go ahead and make the change to try to win the South. Desperate teams are going to do desperate things.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow.
And coming out onto the field is going to be Ben Roethlisberger replacing a struggling Steve Young. So Big Ben comes in. And what happens if Big Ben wills his team to a victory and into the postseason? Does he get the start in the playoffs or not? Time will tell. But Big Ben comes in, and he immediately gets sacked. So it's not any better. And Saragusa comes in and gets the sack on Ben Roethlisberger. As time will tick down for quarter 3, is this the right decision? Steve Young's been the guy all year. I know we've had games before where we've put Big Ben in. But do you go away from your starting quarterback with the season on the line, knowing that you got a multiple-time Super Bowl winner in your back pocket that can maybe come in and spark something here? Second quarter, fourth quarter, come on. Roethlisberger. It's caught by Julio Jones. Biggest play of the game for the Tampa Bay Mutiny. Biggest play of the game for Tampa Bay.
Excited about the big plays. Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side.
McElhenney. And now it's the classic. The backup comes in, and Tampa Bay starts to get some life, folks. It's a whole new ball game if the Mutiny put this one in the end zone.
What's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
There, is that Paul Orndorff?
To his tight end. The completion good for 3.
We did do WWE rookies. So for next season, when we do the draft, you're going to see some WWE people on the different rosters here because we need a rookie class. Draw play, McElhenney. Going to get clipped at the line by Junior Seau. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 here for the Mutiny. And Roethlisberger. Will the Tampa Bay Mutiny to a division title? Julio Jones, who's been kept quiet today. He's got back-to-back catches, and it's 4 for 4 for Big Ben here in relief of Steve Young. And Big Ben is 1 completion away from as many as Steve Young has.
And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
5 for 5, and it's a touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ben Roethlisberger came in, had his eyes locked and loaded on Julio Jones, and the Mutiny have made this a game.
In their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here.
Oh, they want us to go for it. I guess so. I didn't even... Can I see my play? Guess I can't.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's
incomplete. Wow. I didn't realize, which it makes sense that they would want me to go for it. I just hit the button, so I kind of didn't even know what play I was doing. I saw they were bringing the heat. It was a pretty good throw, but it didn't make it.
Focus. Watch it all the way in.
All right. Chicago got to try to hang on here. Now, they were the class of the league. They were the Lumberjacks. They were the Portland Lumberjacks of the league, so...
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's a good news, bad news.
21-16 Chicago. The give to Todd Gurley.
If they want to make a Super Bowl for the moment, at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th and final spot.
Well, you know what I would do if I were leading up the coaching staff?
What's that?
I'd call everyone together and say, so what? We're in. That's all that matters. The only people have to really worry about all this.
2nd and 4. Theismann. It's tipped. Oh, my God. That could have been a very, very dangerous scenario for the Chicago Wolverines. As Tampa Bay is fighting their way back into this one, folks. Theismann. Under duress, he finds Jordan for the first down. Second catch of the day for Steve Jordan. Gurley. No. Brought down from behind by Reggie White. 23 carries for Todd Gurley. They are riding Todd Gurley right into the postseason. Theismann takes it himself. First down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush.
Tampa Bay has got to come up with a stop right here. Their season is on the line. The conference is on the line. Gurley trying to run over guys. Sean Taylor with the tackle. Tampa Bay can't get the stop, guys.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Outside Gurley, and this has been a devastating drive for the Tampa Bay Mutiny's playoff shot. Look at the numbers. Ridiculous numbers for Todd Gurley. And I know you got Barry Sanders coming back. I don't know if I wouldn't just stick with Todd Gurley, as weird as that sounds. You know, a Barry Sanders that might not be at 100% coming back from injury, or Todd Gurley that has been dominant these last couple of weeks for the Chicago Wolverines. Oh, man, Gurley was trying to hit the outside, trying to look for touchdown number 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key.
They line up in the gun as Gurley comes out here.
Because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the
incomplete.
might not be sound.
Sean Taylor.
Could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down.
And Chicago will take the field goal here. Chip shotter from Mason Crosby.
You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like...
So it's an 8-point game, folks, for overtime, which we saw a bunch of overtime games previously in Week 16. The Tampa Bay Mutiny, their season is on the line. They could still make it. Now, even if they don't win this one, the Atlanta Dirty Birds got to take on, and they got to beat Salt Lake City, which seems like it would happen. I mean, Salt Lake City's not been a good team all year long. But Tampa Bay controls their own destiny on this drive right here in what would be an epic collapse after about a 4 or 5 game lead in the division. We'll go look at it after the fact. After in the Week 17 wrap-up, we'll go look at it. But the Tampa Bay Mutiny had such a huge lead in the division, and they've let it squander and come down to this. Big Ben completes it to Westbrook, first down. Ben is 6 of 6.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first
And there's your 2-minute warning for Tampa Bay.
down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
The National South on the line for the mutiny on this drive. They got to get the score and the 2 points.
They come up on a 1st and 10.
Ben Roethlisberger in for a struggling Steve Young. Ben to Westbrook. First down. Big Ben, he remains perfect.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Hanging on to those timeouts, coming up on a minute 30. Just beyond midfield, Roethlisberger on the move. And there's your first incompletion of the game for Roethlisberger. 7 of 8. Hell of a start for Big Ben.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there.
131, 8-point game. Roethlisberger. It's caught by Westbrook. Big chunk of yards for the mutiny. Clock still rolls. Tampa Bay not calling the timeout yet. We wind down to about a minute to play. Ben on the move. Haven Moses out of bounds at 101. Madden loves the 101. Timeout at 101 always. Wow, and now if Tampa Bay goes on to win this, you're going to have a bit of a quarterback controversy heading into the playoffs. We might have a Doug Flutie, Rob Johnson situation. Oh, he dropped it. Both feet were down, but O.J. Howard dropped it. Oh, that was the touchdown for Tampa Bay. Roethlisberger throws it, caught, Westbrook, and Tampa Bay takes a timeout. Ben Roethlisberger.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll give it to Chubb.
Oh, and Chubb can't get in. Tampa Bay takes a timeout. Man, you're not going to be able to afford, I mean, it's a running situation, but you're not going to be able to just continue to run the ball. They're going to go in the pistol here. Ben, oh, it's knocked away. He had an open man. It was knocked down, and it comes down to 3rd and goal. 2 final plays for the mutiny. Holy smokes, guys. Week 17, the RXFL. Big Ben takes the snap. Pressure coming. O.J. Howard. Touchdown, Tampa Bay, and they're a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up and then possibly winning the National South. Oh my God, this is the RXFL. The relocation football legends. Here we go, guys. Julio did not get his feet down. Are you kidding me?
And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts.
2 failed 2-point conversions for the mutiny. Stand behind them and winning the division. Julio did not get his feet in bounds. Oh, you've got to drag the feet. Your season is on the line. How does this happen? 1, 2, Julio, drag that second foot. So it's the onside kick, which usually does not work well in Madden. We give the kicking team an advantage by lining up the receiving team in a normal kickoff mode to have less players on the line. Here we go. And it is going to be picked up by Chicago.
Just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back.
Bruce Arians cannot believe it. And this guarantees we're going to stream an extra game with you here in Week 17. Hopefully you guys like the RXFL content because you're getting the Atlanta Dirty Birds and the Salt Lake City Fury with the division on the line. We'll look at the standings real quick. But, man, I'm going to look up real quick. Is there like some trick? Madden 20. Onside kick. Reddit. Is there some trick?
For the Chicago Bears, and I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bears, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.
So they've just confirmed the announcers, doesn't mean it's accurate, but they said Tampa Bay is division champs. But we got to look at some of the tiebreaker scenarios here and see if that is indeed the case, as this really opens things up, at least, and especially for Chicago, which we're going to take a look at real quick here before we wrap this one up. We streamed for over 2.5 hours with you guys here today on the Sunday, so let's look at the standings and see the results of that game are going to have a big impact. So in the National North, you see Chicago with the win. Now, if Mexico City wins, they get that first round bye. They get home field advantage up until the championship game, no problem. If St. Louis wins and Mexico City loses, which they're playing each other, then we got a 3-way tie, and it comes down to tiebreakers. So I don't know what would be the tiebreakers here. Maybe we can look right here. Let's look up, and then we got in the South, which is what we said for Tampa. And again, an epic collapse. Tampa, 4 losses in a row. Atlanta, 3 wins in a row. Now they split the series, so let's see if we can Google this and figure this out on our own. Madden 20 playoff tie breakers. So it might not even be for naught. We were doing all this hyping up. So 2 clubs head to head, Tampa Bay and Atlanta tied. And then number 2 is best win-loss tied percentage game played in the division. So division wins would be 4 for Tampa, and that would be 5 for Atlanta. And if Atlanta beats Memphis, that would be a 6th division win. So that would give, according to the tiebreakers here, now the in-game commentary said Tampa's already won the division, but if we're using the Madden tiebreakers written here, then according to this Reddit page, head-to-head, which Tampa and Atlanta is tied, then it goes to best win-loss percentage games played within the division, and that would go to Atlanta if Atlanta wins. Actually, they're not playing Memphis. Sorry, they're playing Memphis is playing Columbus. They're playing Salt Lake City. But either way, it doesn't matter because division wins. It's 5-1 for Atlanta, 4-2 for Tampa Bay. And then 3 is the win-loss tied percentage in common games, but that's not going to be listed here. Indoor ties, indoor wins, indoor losses. It doesn't show you common opponents between 2 teams. This is where that feature would be really nice. Strength of victory, again, it doesn't really show strength of victory here. Strength of schedule. Why would that even be a determinant in who gets the playoffs? Here Here's another one. Here's on the EA message board itself. So again, I want to be able to obviously give you guys the hype, but I don't know, because I don't know how Madden's going to do it. Like, Madden tends to do goofy stuff sometimes, right? And not give you the correct stuff. But according to this, the Madden tiebreakers, according to this on Reddit, it goes by division, and Atlanta is 5-1 in the division. So with Tampa Bay losing, if Atlanta will defeat Salt Lake City, then Atlanta should go to the postseason, guys. So as a quick and final wrap up, we're going to look one more time and let you know what we got coming up. You're going to see a lot of our XFL stuff coming up in the month of September, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I think it's getting exciting. I'm really enjoying it. So why don't we just go ahead and do, where is the Atlanta game? Is that a 4 p.m. game? So we won't do that one yet. But the next game we're going to do with you guys, can I just like, can I just like simulate these other games so you guys can get the results? Mexico City and St. Louis, which is going to be a 3-way battle for the first place in the North, which I did not realize when we did the game last time with Mexico City and the Lumberjacks. And then the next game we are going to stream after that is going to be this one, the Dallas and Vegas one. And if Dallas loses, then we are going to circle back around and we're going to play this game, the Aviators and the Egyptians. If Dallas wins, they win the division. There's no reason for that game. Then we'll do this game for the division title. And then we are going to do the Sacramento and North Florida game. If Sacramento wins, they're in the playoffs. We simulate forward and we go to the postseason. If Sacramento loses, then we're going to do a similar triple header stream like we did the other day, computer versus computer, in-game commentary between the Brooklyn Beats, who have a chance to get in, the New York Shamrocks, who would have a chance to get in, and who is the other team that would have a shot to get in? There's one of 3 teams. Dublin. I believe Dublin is the other team that have a shot to get in. So we'll do another triple header if Sacramento loses to North Florida. Should be a win for Sacramento based on what everyone's done this year, but Sacramento's on quite a losing streak. So you're guaranteed at least 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 more streams, depending on how everything winds out. It's this. I gotta look real quick at the Kiss and the Lancers, because that could possibly have some playoff implications as well, as far as moving up and down. Maybe we can do like a bonus at the end, but I think that one is going to be basically if the Monarchs or the Armadillos lose, the Lancers won't have a shot, but the LA Kiss would have a shot to move up and get a first round. So that could be a game too, depending on how London and Austin do. Maybe we simulate that, and then we can maybe stream a bonus one with you guys. Anyway, a lot of scenarios. It's all going to make sense in a little bit. We got a lot more football to come. The month of September is going to be our XFL September. We might slip some stuff in here a little bit to break it up. I know you guys really like the WWE 2K content, so be on the lookout for that. But a lot of our XFL stuff winding out. It's getting down to it, guys. It's going to be a good one. Stay tuned. The RXFL postseason. It's going to be big business. We'll see you guys then.